What's up, everybody? Ty Bartellin with another edition of Player Profile. This time we head over to our friends in Austintown, FITCH softball team with the senior second baseman. Say that 5 times fast. Sammy Severn. Say that 5 times fast. Joining me today. A lot of S's in that one, but Sammy, how are we doing?
Good, how are you?
Not doing too bad. And I mean, I know you are excited. You're pumped up. You're geared up for senior year. Talk to me about just the anticipation and everything going into senior year on the diamond, too, what you're looking to do and what you're looking to leave out there with your team.
I'm definitely a little nervous about this year. I wanna leave an impact my last year, so I just wanna make sure, especially on the field, I wanna leave everything I got on there. I mean, it's the last of the last, so
Maybe, I mean, surprise, surprise, you're nervous about something too. You tell me you're nervous. I'm always so impressed with how calm, cool, and collected your demeanor seems when you are constantly telling me how anxious you are, how nervous you are, how much you are on the inside too. How do you look so calm, cool, and collected all the time? How do you kind of compose yourself out there on the field for the big hits, the big moments?
honestly, I know when my team needs me, so sometimes I just gotta really just knock it out of my head. Sometimes it doesn't work, and I just guess I put good put face good get put a good face on, but otherwise, I just know when I gotta get rid of it, and sometimes I can get rid of it for that quick second or moment.
I know you've come up with some of the biggest hits in the last 2 years on playoff runs to the state championship, too. Is there a lot going through your mind in those moments at the plate, or are you more or less clearing your mind and trying to go kind of just clear headed going into the plate?
I try to clear it, but there's always stuff going on in my head. I'm always thinking, gotta get it down, gotta get it at least in the infield, get it in play. There's something always. I'm thinking about something. Unfortunately,
I mean, when you talk about this season too, going into senior year, you just had the experience basketball wise being one of the leaders. You did a great job on that front. What is it like now going into softball season two? Last sport, last part of the year for you now. What's that like for you going into your last season as a senior leader, knowing that the end is approaching?
well, fortunately, softball has a lot of leaders. I would say almost everybody on varsity, or some there's even JV players they all lead in some way or somehow. So we all have our designated areas where we know we have to, put forth our effort to lead. But I'm fortunate we have a lot of good teammates that all can, collect themselves and they know what we need to get done.
How is that dynamic for you now that you maybe don't have as much responsibility to kind of oversee a whole team as a senior like you did with basketball too? Does that kind of take pressure off and allow you to kind of enjoy the season a little bit more?
Yeah, I think all of us having the same mindset, knowing we need to get stuff done and we need to get better every day, it just allows us to have fun while doing that. Like we all know what we have a schedule, we schedule practices, but we all find fun in that. So like when you all have leadership, it's just like everybody's got a voice and make thing happens.
You guys brought back a tremendous amount of talent from last year's state championship team. Now, I know you lost two key pieces from that team, but a lot of people see those two key pieces and those two key losses as writing off the Falcons now. Do you guys see this as a chip on your shoulder opportunity? Are you playing with a chip on your shoulder right now?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like a lot of people have lowered their expectations considering the factors that we lost, and they were huge factors of this team. But I think that people forget how we do have a great lineup still. We have still D1 players who are going to be committed soon. Like we have a lot of other great players that people seem to forget about. And so our expectations are basically the same as they were last year. Just get better every day and make it far.
With what you had the last 2 years in winning state championship your sophomore and junior year, does it kind of set the bar at an incredibly hard and tough standard this year for your senior year to try to, like, I don't know, live up to what you did sophomore and junior year? Like, what does that standard look like for you to kind of go out with your senior year?
Well, for me personally, I gotta keep my fielding on point. Um, the ball's gonna get put more in play this year, so I gotta limit hopefully no errors or anything. So that's my biggest goal is just to make every play that comes towards me. Batting wise, it's just I need to keep a consistent bat, put things in play, and hope that I can help out my team by doing that.
Not sure if we've talked about the first chapter in your softball career specifically before, but when's the first time you remember getting involved in participating in the sport? Some of your earliest memories.
I mean, I remember T-ball. I remember coach pitch. I remember a lot of it, honestly. I remember my first travel days when I was like around 9 or 10. I remember going to tournaments with my mom and making some new friends from other schools. I mean, it goes all far back.
What kind of kept you in the sport all these years and wanted you to, kept you involved with it and wanted you to keep coming back to it year in and year out?
Definitely the people. I mean, there's people like we all know Rachel. I've played sports with Rachel my entire life. Rachel and Liz, I mean, we played softball together from the age of like 8 years old. I met the Rays early, started playing with them at like around the same age. We've been playing like at ACB, our local community baseball fields together since, like I said, we were really young. So we're pretty much just the people. The people are the reason I stay. I love the game because of the people I'm around. It's a great environment, and I just feel like everyone we just all get along.
The people you play with is more important than the game that's being played too, and I could see that with the way that you are with your friends and with your teammates too, and how much you care. I've been doing a lot of rapid fire questions with our baseball and softball players, so I'm going to do some softball specific. We'll do some personal get to know you rapid fire questions as well too, but we're gonna start shooting away. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. What's the walk up song going to be this year?
This year's Luther by Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay, that's a good one. I love the Kendrick Lamar throughout the team too. Big
Yeah.
fan, big fan. If you could steal one of your teammates' skills, any skill you could steal, whose skill would you take and why?
I'd say maybe Morgan's humor.
Oh, you're going like a personal trait instead of like
I
a
I mean, I consider that skill. I don't know anybody else who's as funny as her, so I wish I can make people laugh the way she does.
you're not the
Skill wise, I'd probably say Kayliana.
okay.
She's
Kayleigh
good at
speaks.
everything she does. Yeah.
I love the Morgan humor on that one too. You're not the first person to talk about that either. I know you're gonna have a new partner at shortstop this year too, but I mean you've been playing a lot of middle infield throughout your career. What's your favorite double play you've ever turned?
This summer I had a diving line out that I made a double play at second.
That's awesome.
Yeah, with our shortstop. So that was fun.
What do you think is like the most underrated part about playing second base?
I would say people don't really realize the range you need for it. I think that I mean second baseman, basically the same as middle infield in general. You need to be catching balls behind second, behind first, sometimes in right field if it's shallow, but shallow enough that right field can't get to it. I think people just kind of forget like you got to have some wheels at second base to get around bunt coverage. You got to be fast. You got to get to the bag, like stuff like that. I don't know.
I know the whole team was modeling the new red unis that you guys are going to be busting out this year. If you could create your own kind of alternative uniform for the Falcons, what would that look be like?
I love our pinstripe look. Maybe another pinstripe look or something like that. I love how that looks. Our boys did a baby blue jersey a couple years ago. I do like the baby blue. No, it's not our general color, but I do like the baby blue.
Maybe like a baby blue with like the red pinstripes or
Yeah.
something like that. I could see you guys rocking that. What's like a dream stadium you'd love to play in college or stadium anywhere?
Um, Maybe something on like the coast, maybe something like UNC's field or something like that. I don't know. Something maybe in the Carolinas. I know my sister played at East Carolina this year, so that was fun. Yeah.
Got get somewhere warmer a little bit, a
Yeah.
little bit more
Yeah.
sun. In terms of pitching, because you've seen a lot of tough pitchers too, and you've been able to hit against a lot of them. Who's the toughest pitcher you've ever faced off against?
This summer I faced Sydney Gonklick. I think she goes somewhere in PA. She's an amazing pitcher. Obviously Sydney. I mean, batting practice. That was
Yeah.
probably by far the toughest, but those two are definitely
You-
high competitors for that role.
Were you ever able to get Sid in batting practice? Or were you ever able to get her a few times?
Yeah, I got her a couple times. I wouldn't say I am. I don't. I she's. I mean, she's Sydney Watts. She got it a couple times. We both won a couple, lost a couple. So I mean, I wouldn't say my hits were necessarily the best hits, but I did put it into play, which I was proud of.
Would you rather have a walk-off hit or a game-saving diving play to end a game?
um, I don't know. Those are both pretty big moments. I mean, I'd be happy with either if the opportunity ever came to me. So
With I know you talked about Morgan too, but besides Morgan, because we already know everyone's gonna do Morgan, who's the funniest on the team second to Morgan?
aside from Morgan. Probably Abby, I would say. Abby's very funny as well. Abby,
Who is
Alyssa's so funny. Between Abby and Alyssa, probably.
who's the loudest on the team?
Oh, maybe Abby.
Okay.
Probably. She's got a voice. She's probably our biggest vocal leader, which we really appreciate. So,
Who's winning a home run derby on the team?
Kylie or Abby, probably.
If
Yeah,
we're throwing all kinds of different pitches and looking for contact on them out of 100, who's got the best contact percentage?
Kayliana.
Okay, that's a fair one as well. Custom softball bat, like if you could do the pencil look, the ice cream cones, however you
Mhm.
wanted to do. What would a custom softball bat look like for you?
I want like some Easter colors, some light yellows, blues, purples, all of that on one bat. That would be my ideal. Like I love some pastels, so it's right
All
up my
right,
alley.
all right. I like it. That's the first one I've heard with that. When you go for a post-game meal too after a big win, what's your go-to?
Maybe Canes. Canes probably.
What is like one of the superstitions if you have any in the game?
Um, I always wear a visor. I would not play without a visor on. If I have to wear somebody's visor that I found on the ground, I would probably do just because it's a big, I can't not wear a visor. Jewelry, I can't take my jewelry off at a softball game. It's a big thing for me. I got to keep my earrings in, but yeah, surprise stuff like that.
Coach Bob is a lot of people's spirit animal on this team. What's the best piece of coach advice Coach Bob has given you?
I mean, he's given me so much. Basically just relaxing the box is obviously my biggest thing. All the coaches tell me that, but he definitely emphasizes it. Um, yeah, just trying to relax my jitters from just stuff he says is basically his main focus of talking to me.
What's an emoji that would describe your personality to people that don't know you?
Um, I would say maybe I don't know. I, sorry, I can't think. Um,
Stumped you on one.
yeah, I would say maybe like a butterfly or something. I don't know.
Okay. Free with the wind just flying around. I like it.
Yeah.
When the softball movie gets inevitably made for Austintown Fitch when they for these two state championships, who's the actress that plays Sammy Severn in the movie?
My, oh my. I've never gotten told I look like anybody, so I don't know, maybe like Natalie Portman or something. I don't know.
All right, all right. When you look at when you talk about what things teammates say about you, and after you graduate, what are some things you hope your teammates are saying about you?
I just really hope they say I was like really nice. But I don't really fight with people. I try not to fight with people or make any arguments. I kind of even if I know I'm not in the wrong, I'm just gonna say sorry. I bump into somebody in the hallway. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And so I really hope I'm just like the one who cared a lot about how people felt and just stuff like that.
I think yeah, I think you are well within your rights to think that. I think a lot of people are also going to be saying that about you too
Oops.
afterwards.
So
No doubt in my mind. Out of the TV shows you've watched recently, what's the most recent one you've binge watched?
Criminal Minds for like the third time.
The third, all the way through, you watched the whole thing.
Yeah, almost pretty much. I'm on like season 14 or something right now. So
What is the weirdest kind of like pre-game habit you've seen from a teammate or an opposing player?
Um, last year, Ayla and Morgan, they would chug energy drinks before we would step on the field every single game,
you,
especially in tournament, and I thought that was very fun.
you worried about it? You didn't get in on the shotgunning of
No, no shotgunning. I don't know. I might have a heart attack. I already got enough jitters. I don't need any more.
Who is the most kind of competitive person you know?
Um, I would say honestly, all the athletes I know, every athlete I know is I would say is competitive. I wouldn't say necessarily more than another, but I mean I feel like I'm in like a great environment for competition and everybody's loving to win and just keep working hard to do that.
If you could switch positions for one game, be proficient and play good at any position, what position would you take?
If I could play good, maybe I'd like pitch or something. I don't know. I've
Yeah.
never pitched in my life, so maybe like experience that, but I'm not sure.
If you could describe like a hidden talent you have outside of softball and sports, what would be one of those talents?
I wouldn't say it's a talent, but I am. in a way ambidextrous. I write left-handed, but I play all my sports. Or I write left-handed, and then I play all my sports right-handed. So
Really? I did
yeah, I
not
think
know that.
everybody thinks that's really weird. I eat
That's
left-handed. I use my left hand for everything except for sports. So
that's crazy. No, that I
yeah,
mean, I never even knew that. That is crazy.
yeah.
What is if you could time travel to any year, where would you go?
Um, maybe the Roaring Twenties, something like that. Experience, like the underground parties and stuff, and like the outfits are very intriguing. Something like
uh,
that, maybe.
if you, looking at this season too, in terms of if softball, if you could kind of describe what this season's going to be like for people in a phrase or in a few words, what would you describe the season?
I would say competitive. I would say probably lots of hits, stuff like that.
Big offense too, and I'm all right with that. I'm
Yeah,
excited
big
for it. No
offense.
doubt.
That's what I'm excited for is seeing our hits go. Like I said, lots and lots of hits from us.
Sammy, before I let you go, I always like to give our student athletes the spotlight. You could shine it on whoever you like here. Give some love to the community, your family, your friends, whoever. Give some shout outs.
My probably for my thanks to my parents, my grandma. Always say my grandma. My teachers are also awesome. Like Herb's always supporting us in every sport we play. Coach Herber. Um, my aunt and uncle, they're always at my games. I'm thankful for that. My friends always come to our games, so I appreciate them for that too. But yeah, we got a great community. That's why all my essays, I've been talking about our community and how supportive they are. So basically, just everybody.
Well, with people like you in the sports, Sammy, it's easy to get behind you guys too and get some community support too. I've said it before, you are truly a beacon of an athlete there for all the young ladies at Austintown Fitch.
Thank
I
you.
truthfully mean that too. With what you do in school and sports and how you carry yourself, you do a great job. We're so appreciative
Thank
of
you.
being able to be a small part of your high school career the last 4 years. And I'm so excited to see what you get to do out there on the diamond this year. I'll be rooting for you the whole way through, and we here at YSN will be rooting for you as well. See you out there on the
Thank
diamond
you.
real soon, Sam.
See ya. Thank you.